Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. How are you? I am fantastic and I am doing really well. Actually, I've been better. Got a bit of a sore throat. You know, picked up some kind of ailment, but I'll be okay. Oh no! Gosh, what is wrong? How are you all? Origi is feeling much better. I have been poorly and Baymax ran away, but he is home and I feel well. That's good. Top stuff. We were not expecting Baymax to do a runner, but he did. Naughty boy. He went on an adventure and got in a fight. Little rascal. El Rascal, he is a beastie. Most beastie. Oh dear. But yes, I'm not too well myself actually. Got a sore throat. Feel like something is lurking. I've been sleeping fucking 18 hours a day, which I do not recommend, like at all. Like I could have just as easily not have streamed today. I don't know if I'll do the full 2 hours. Excuse me. But we will try. Welcome Dushan, welcome Paroli, welcome Jeannie. Jeannie has donated via coffee. And that is very kind, and I will get back to her. And that will be after the stream. Hello Laura. Hello Martin. Or Bob. I'm feeling much better. Oh God, what's wrong? I'm yawning like mad. Oh, glad you're a bit better and your little toe rag has returned, yes. Which are you familiar with Cartier's Oud line and Oud and Ambre? Specifically, I am familiar with the line. I have a bottle of the Oud and Month, which I'm trying to sell, but nobody wants it. Oud and Ambre, I have smelled it, but I can't remember what it's like. Nice to hear your voice, Rich. Take care of that throat. There's vaginosis. Oh, I will try. Stick a camera on him. Yeah, I keep telling them to put a camera on him. See what he gets up to. Spaced Out says, Rich, watch Ryan Parfum's video on Bois d'Argent and how he recreated it. It's 60 to 70% three musks and ambrox. No doubt. Lots of iris and myrrh, and that's what makes it so good. But it depends which version he's recreated. Did he recreate the original Eau de Cologne? Did he recreate the 2010 re-release? Did he create the 2017 version, or did he recreate the Francis Coeur de Jean version from 2022? So do a mini stream. I could do a mini stream. Brother Duck, welcome Germs. I tried to do that anonymously, says Jenny. Oh, sorry. Dushan is wearing Habit Rouge from 2017. Saint Genie is wearing Bellamy. James is wearing Premier Figure. Smells like a fig. Have you eaten today, says Laura G. Are you well hydrated? I am hydrating as we speak, and I have eaten. I have had a salad for my tea with some ham and some crazy rice that my mother bought. I was like, what have you bought here, mother? She was like, some crazy rice. And I said, that is crazy, to be fair. Paroli says, sampling the city exclusives right now. The new coriander is nice, quite soapy. Clear was a letdown. Mousse Sheen and Tobacco are the two that stood out the most as of now. Was it you who was saying that it smelled like Thé Noir? The new one just smelled like Thé Noir. It's kind of shit. Whoa. Jenny, love it. Which one is your favourite? Not me, I don't get Thé Noir at all from coriander. Someone was saying one of them smelled like Thé Noir. I can't remember who it was either. St. Jeannie says, to be honest, the one you've got a scent of the day. I'm also in love with Anna Guitars Ninfeo Mio. Yes. Ninfeo Mio is really good. I was going to buy it and then I tried it on skin and it smelled awful on me, which is such a shame. Welcome, Frank. Scent of the day is Bleu Marine de Cardin. Dropout says, fine. A bit sleepy, but we will stick around with Brother Doc. Thank you for sticking around with Brother Doc. Oh no, that's such a shame about the guitar. Yes, it was upsetting. Welcome, Bella Essence. How are you? How is Germany? Are you having a nice time? Sir Duck, my home declare will be arriving Friday. Thank goodness for the weekly rotation video. Bargain. Bargain. $100 for 125 ml. Very cheap. Very cheap. Oh no. So apparently it's going to rain again this week. So I'm going to be wearing some perfumes out of season for summer rain. I think I will wear Cologne Royale. I will miss this when it's gone, but will I replace it when it's gone? No. I've definitely had my money's worth out of it though. You know? I've definitely had my money's worth out of it. I bought this with Richie G, who, when I bought it, announced casual when I paid for it. That was his only remark. Casual. Which I found quite funny. England, says Galen. I think Premier is the reference fig. Lovely weather, says Bella Essence. Welcome, Pat Lester. You are wearing Citron Noir. Oh, good grief. Wow. Yes, James, I'm not as keen on the extreme version. What do you think of that one, says St. Jeannie? I'm ready for the autumn and cooler weather. Yes. Yes, I'm getting there myself. I want to wear spicy and musky. I want to smell like a pumpkin spice Laura. A pumpkin spice Laura. I wonder if, are there any pumpkin spice latte fragrances out there? There should be. I would be surprised if there wasn't. Ryan says, good to see Killer back. Hopefully we see some scary fragrance community content. He's the best in the game for me. His stream was funny as fuck, the crazy little bastard. Jeannie, I felt the exact same way, says Germs. The OG was perfect as is. I thought the extreme was a little astringent. Rich, Are you going to talk about your falling out with Eugene? I wish you guys would make up and do a live stream together, says Galen. Galen has been trying to instigate a live stream between Eugene and I. He is a rascal. He is a rascal. I didn't care for any of the Lartisan extremes, to be honest. I like the L'eau d'ambre extreme. I don't want coffee though, too or too cinnamon. It has to have a little vanilla. Laura G should become a perfumer, and then she can make the perfume that she wishes to have. Bravo, Galen. Don't encourage Galen. I'll referee. I have the Amber Extreme and thought that was nice, but I've not tried them all. We deserve the truth, says Christina. Galen saying, doing what I can, and it's not much. I want to try Amber Nui and Lucky Esprit version. Looks like they go in different direction. They are exclusive. They are exclusive to the Harrods in London. And the woman was trying to get me to buy all 5 for £1,900 the other day. I won't repeat what I said. It was along the lines of, you people pay €57 for a £3,500 bag. How much are those perfumes actually worth? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Eugene and Rich can only be seen on stream together with mediation or meditation. You could do that, Galen. Galen's very little compared to me and Eugene, you know. Paroli says I've been rewatching all the first Eugene's live streams. Interesting to see how it changed. Most of the people in chat I don't recognise. Yes, well, he's changed a lot since he started doing the live streams, to be fair, so there you have it, really. You know, it's strange, you know, how some people stick around and some people go. I have a good retention, I think. I've got a lot of the same faces quite often. We always like to attract new faces, but they have to be the right faces. We don't want any big dodgy faces coming in, or they will be excluded if they have malign influence. The other day I watched Galen and Thomas's video about Eau de Hermes. Love it. Yes. Yes. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. Some of Galen's best content. It's not a high bar. It's some of Galen's best content. That's mainly because Thomas is half of it. Laura G says I'll get rid of any dodgy faces, and she's brandishing a sword. She's rioting. Laura G is rioting. Look out. Her and Baymax rioting all over Shea Gardner. Vic says, I might travel to Paris to get my bottle of the new Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. Somebody else bought it the other day and said it was absolutely awful. Oh, she was eyeing you up. You look like you got a big wallet, apparently, says Divine. Yes, the lady over the phone was definitely eyeing me up, wanting me to buy fucking 5 perfumes, 3 of which I didn't like the first time round. You could try those as well, Vic, if you go to the Dior counter. You know? Lily says she left 3 years ago. That's right, she did leave 3 years ago, and she's never been heard of since. I'll get rid of any dodgy faces. Dodgy face. She means mine. He means yours, yes. Lily with her dodgy face. Exclusive with an exclusive. What next? I don't know. I will protect. She will attack. But my wife, she hates Paris. Loads of people hate Paris. It's that Japanese have got a word for it, haven't they? Going to Paris thinking it's going to be magical and it turns out to be bloody awful. You know what I mean? Paris, post-Paris stress disorder or something like that. Big Willie. Oh. Did you see the French pole vaulter, said Laura G. Yes. Yes. He knocked over the bar with his willy. Silly Willie. Should have taped it to himself. Exclusive with an exclusive. What is next? I'll tell you what's next. Exclusive with an exclusive with an exclusive. You know? Dior Privé Esprit de Parfum Cologne. That's what's going to be next. That is what will be next. Absolutely frightening. It was young street hawker in Holland who tried Super Leggera. Yes, that's right. He was raging with it. That is right, Tim. He should have tucked in his hog. I wish people on the Discord had the same name as they do on the YouTube. So then I would recognize them, you know. I give generic answers to people on there because I'm not sure who I'm talking to. Unless it's like Paroli or Laura G. Or like Jeannie or Tim, you know what I mean? The people who I know who they are. Sometimes it's nice to go somewhere with few expectations, says Jeannie. With his large wallet. Dior doing Inception, yes. He should have butt-tucked his hog. Oh. Good evening from holidays. Ooh, Stefan, where are you? Dune Pour Homme, I wore that on Saturday, I think. Really good, really good. I am Laura G, says Laura G. You are. I'm deeply shocked Prodip has not already uploaded a review of the new Esprit de Parfum. Yes, he's slipping, isn't he? Have you smelled anything good recently? 2024 releases, that is. No. No, I haven't. I really haven't. You know who I am, and you know where I live, and you know my husband, and my pet cats, says Laura G. That's true. My chicken soup smells lovely, says Laura G. Super Leggera. Olivia Podge mixed that up while washing dishes. Yes. It's grim. Friends, this is my scent of the day you saw before you. It is Viking by Creed. Viking by Creed. And I think it smells similar to Paris Edinburgh. It smells very similar to Paris Edinburgh. They have that lavender note, spicy lavender note in common, you know? I got some on hand lately. Oud Cadenza chords, Villa Primrose, Blue Meadowline. All of it is mid or trash with a capital T. Oh no. I would take Paris Edinburgh over the Viking any day of the week, says St. Janie. Creed, do you smell like everyone else in the big market? No, this is a different Creed. This is a different Creed to the Creed you're thinking of. The Creed you are thinking of is the Creed you are thinking of is Aventus. And it does smell like everyone else. And it's shit. It is shit, no doubt. Aventus. Somebody was leaving comments on my channel the other day telling me how Aventus had not been reformulated. There were simply batch variations throughout the years, and I was like, no. I was like, it's definitely been tinkered with, mate. And he was like, no. He was like, it's just like they can't get the quality of the ingredients, or they can't get. I can't remember what they were saying, but anyway, the guy was trying to flex on us, saying that he'd been an Aventus collector and had hundreds of bottles over the years, and that he had founded a Facebook group with over 15,000 fragrance Aventus enthusiasts, and how he'd smelled dozens of batches, and how he was really good friends with the guy who fucking founded Parfums Vintage. And I said, mate, all of that, none of that is the flex that you think it is. You have made an absolute nightmare of you. They ended up deleting his original comments, so it's not there anymore. I wish I had screenshotted them. If only there was a way to find out comments like that, but he deleted it. And I said, I was like, I didn't say this to him, but I was like, fuck, mate, everything you've said is like, everything you've said, like, compounds the misery of what you've said in the previous comment. Like, you've had an absolute nightmare here, son. It's really, really sad. Really, really, like, it was called Robbie Swin. Robbie Swin. Sorry, Robbie Swin. Robbie Swan. Robbie Swan. Robbie Swin. Oof. He said I had a hot take. Said that I wasn't fucking an expert. I was like, he said it was an interesting take as well. I was like, mate, it's not really a fucking take, is it? It's kind of like empirically justified. Like, he was like, oh, the F batches are this and the fucking these batches that, and I was like, mate, they've done you up a fucking kipper there, son. They've had you all over, you know. Like, I can't. There's nothing really I can do for you, you know. In the end, he deleted his fucking comments and swanned off. They've absolutely done him now. And the beauty of Paris is in the smaller things, not running around taking selfies and stepping on dog shit at the Eiffel Tower, says Prodi. Aventus. Welcome, Eugene. Broly says, to me, Edinburgh is much more about the Cyprus. MJ says, evening, scent of the day is Lauder, testing the Hiram Greens. They are fleeting to me, don't last too long. Love Aventus Cologne, says Ryan. I'm still looking to buy my first Creed, says Pradeep. Brand apologists are just sad. Rubbish, says Belair. People are silly billies. I bet he's really boring. Yes, I bet he's, yeah. The whole Creed has been reformulated on what? Yeah, it has, yeah. You know what I would have said to him, Rich? Did you, eh? Did you, eh? Aye. Yeah. I don't think he would have got it, though, so I kind of wanted to put it in. I kind of wanted to put it in that kind of language that I didn't want him to. I didn't want to leave it open to interpretation, you know. Friends, if you would like to like the stream, your like would be appreciated greatly. Aventus smells the same from 2014 onwards. There are slight differences, but the early ones are very different. I own a 2011 batch. The differences are it's more smoky and niche-like. My 2016 batch is the same as my 2024 batch. It's the early batches that are different to me anyway. I'll tell you what happened. Goodbye, Laura G, and thank you for coming. I'll tell you what happened. Olivia Creed watered down the formula to increase the profit margin, to make the brand look healthier on the books, right? So that it would be worth more to sell. Loads of brands do similar things. When they're looking to sell, they start making quote-unquote efficiencies everywhere. That's the nice way of putting it, by the way. And so that the books look better. Books! The books! Lily, the books! Books! We need Audrey Jane for an authentic books. Oi, oi, Richie Rich. Welcome, Ryan X. How are you? Oh, bloody wanker, mate. Oi, says James. I got a 21Z01. That shit is embarrassing. I was going to use it as a gym scent. It's too late even for that, says Divine. I just don't get the Aventus thing at all. Like, at all. It's mental. Like, me and Richie G used to go to the shop and smell it, and like, this was the height of the fucking, like, the wildfire that Aventus was in the mid to late 2010s, you know? Like, there was havoc, you know what I mean? It was like that fucking meme from, it was like that meme from, is it, what was it, the Leslie Nielsen film? Where everything's on fire behind him, and he's like, everybody just calm down, there's nothing to see here. You know? Is it Smoking Gun? Is it fucking Naked Gun? Is it Naked Gun? Something like that. Anyway. We were at the height of that, and me and him would smell it and would be like, what is going on? Like, it's bang average. It's a bang, like, you smell vintage sheep resin, that's so much better. Sorry, friends. I'm on the anesthetic throat spray today. Hopefully this will get us through 2 hours. Wow, that's burning my throat. Good stuff, though. I was going to use it as a gym scent, and it's too late even for that. The early smoky ones were great, full of oak moss, fruity, not citrus like newer batches. You get a campfire smell, but it's really nice. I used to hear grilled pineapple, which I actually think sounds quite nice, but never smelled any of those. Gotta buy Greenly or some other safe-to-wear bullshit, says Divine. Oh, no. Don't wear Greenly. You can do better than that. You could, if you want something safe to wear, right, that nobody's going to be offended by, and is a little bit different, get Cologne Officinal. It just smells like really high-end soap. You know what I mean? And the worst batch I got was the 2021. That is when BlackRock were taking over, so that is when the full extent of his efficiency savings would have been at their height. Thoughts on Girl on Clear on Taunts? I sold mine, didn't like it. I'd just get Fahrenheit. Just get Fahrenheit, you know. Rubbish because it only lasted an hour, probably, but Rolfer is a good one on Virgin Island water, says Ryan. Sniffing Edinburgh, watching on 1.5 speed. Yes, I do get Viking. Don't doubt the duck, says Bob. All of it on intimate seals. 2 new Santa Maria novella on the way. What are they? Good evening. Have you seen comments like ATH will destroy it, deconstruct it, etc.? No. Quite fun. No, what is it? Lily deleting her comments, the rascal. If I buy a Creed, it would be Royal Oud, but they are all watered down, says Dropout. Lane, welcome. Trying Lagerfeld Classic for the first time today. I picked it up for the discount price and it was very cheap. The crazy thing is, I feel like I've sniffed this before. Ooh, it's good fragrance. I've got the vintage one. It's got something in it that makes me feel a little bit nauseous like. Scent of the day, Scala in Indonesia, says that charming man. Welcome, you charming man, you. How are you? Olivia Creed's dad wanks on all fours. Receiving Invasion Bar tomorrow, Rich. Have you made a dent in yours? I don't know if I've made a dent in it, but I've certainly worn it a lot. Ooh, a little dent. Oh, no. Yes, I've made a little dent in it, yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Put the Creed back over here so I don't destroy anything. There we go. Can you see? Yes. Oh, fuck off. I've done it again. Probably best not to pick that up there. See? I have made a little dent in it, actually. I wasn't sure if I had, but indeed I have. It's fantastic scent. The bottle's lovely, too. Creed Kooks the Books for Dukes. Riots in the streets, says Divine. Well, it's the best place for a riot. You know, you don't want to riot in a house. It's too contained. Stock up Lagerfeld Cologne, says Stefan. Why? People love Aventus, the general public. I mean, out of all my fragrances, my friends were always drawn to that one. I got Shalimar Cologne and it's amazing, says Lane. Lane, what is it like? I want to try it, says Jeannie. Imagination from Louis Vuitton is the new Aventus. This is a good point. It is becoming a bit irresistible, isn't it? You know? It's becoming a bit like irrepressible, which is, I don't know, there's nowhere to try Louis Vuitton where I live, because there's nowhere to try Louis Vuitton where I live because obviously we don't have the money up here, do you know what I mean? If the main conversation around a brand is about its clones, not sure if it's a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. I love Aventus as a fruity sheeper, but Diaghilev is better in that same category, says Dushan. Throat goat, says James. Oh. Who wants to smell like soap at the gym? It's better than smelling what everybody else smells like at the gym. I'm surprised people want to put perfume on when they go to the gym anyway. Sorry, nothing smelled better than those vintage batches from 2011 to 2014, says Jared. I just watched the new Deadpool movie. How was it? And welcome, Donglin. The older Aventus was amazing. The stuff now smells like juicy fruit. People will be offended by Cologne Officinale. People can't be offended by it. It's just a soap fragrance. A high-end soap, though. I'm wearing Cologne Officinale now, and it is way better than Aventus. Yes. Reclining like a motherfucker in air conditioning and bought my own drinks. Nice. I would also take my own drinks because the fucking price of the fucking things at the cinema is ridiculous. But I ain't got to revisit the collection soon. Love Water Portugal vintage version. I have a 120ml bottle and it's glorious. Only 94 degrees. Oof, what's that in real money? It's a lot. Yep, also only Royal Oud for me. Really light 4.5 hour longevity and all on Intimate. Raucous Retread says, having worked on some M&A deals, you are correct, Mitch. Upper management is taught to find ways to create efficiencies to have a positive picture for the group buying them. That is absolutely correct. Spot on. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and Creed are absolutely no different. And at the height of Aventus mania, Olivia Creed was watering down, for lack of a better word. He was tinkering with the formulation, slowly, gradually decreasing the price of the materials that went into it. To bring it to a place, because it was entirely supported by Aventus was Creed. That $1 billion sale based solely on the back of Aventus. Mental. That's that bottle finished. How many channel updates is Sebastian going to do? My God. All is good, thanks, Duncan. This is my first day at work after the long holiday. You're about to make a physical dent in it too. Yes, that's right. Spice and Wood is nice, but the performance is so poor, no projection at all, and lasts all the 4 hours. Can't bring myself to pay $405 for it. Don't do it. And I agree with you. I remember smelling it as well, and the performance is woeful. Awful. Welcome, Abdulaziz. How are you? That said, I will always love Royal English leather till I die. Even if Olivia Creed sold to Elvis's ghost, sold to Elvis's ghost, a great scent. I wish they made that bottle reusable. Upsetting, says Pradeep. Sent Genie the Lagerfeld as a powdered vanilla with a little spicy patchouli, and the Shalimar Cologne as a lighter version of the EDP version with more vanilla feel. My friends like Naxos, Leighton and Oceana. What's your favourite floral fragrance? Ooh. Not easy, that. Vitriol Toilette, possibly, by Serge Luton, big carnation thing. Could be a cologne, you know. Could be a Senza Nobile. Not a Senza Nobile. Cover your ears, friends. Just crushing my bottle of whatchamacallit. I need to put it there. Oh, sorry, I was just taking out the trash. Wow, it's hot. Oh, got loads of bottles of water. Thank goodness. Oh, dear me, it's fucking sticky icky. See you later, Vic. Next time you're in Manchester, you can try them all at Selfridges, Rich, says St. Genie. Yes, the Louis Vuittons. Like the used bottle in perfect condition, said Rich as he went flying into the other side of the room. If you want to smell like juicy fruit, get Casamarati's Dolce Amalfi. Smells exactly like fruit gum with spice. Divine says Olivia Creed was waddling around with his willy. 3 times in 2 minutes, says Dropout. I have a blue bottle gold top Hiris on the way to add to my lineup. Excited. Yes, you should be, because it's fabulous. Creed AD with the father and son looks so pretentious. Yes. Is Olivia Creed a real person? Questionable. I know people who have met him and I'm still not sure.
I'm not sure if they're sure he's real. Could have been a paid actor, you know. I don't know, but Sebastian's guests get younger by the day, says Ryan. There's been quite a lot of talk about that, hasn't there? Rich, what do you think of Carner Sandor 70s? I've never smelled it. Do you like updates? Do you like channels? They are super delicious, yummy. If so, leave a comment down below. Let's get a conversation started. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Sandra B. Scent of the evening is Orange or Sirocco. After several wears, I definitely picked up an Ambroxan note in it. It's definitely there. It's definitely there. And it's a shame. Because it smells like a lot of everything else that's on the... I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to... I don't know if they're trying to increase the brand's popularity, you know? But it's definitely got that summer cologne sort of thing. I like it for that, you know? And I got it for 20% off. And if I hadn't, I'd be upset. It's the orange blossom, the cinnamon, the petitgrain, it's all beautiful. And then there's a whopping amber woods / ambergris type thing in there. Did I miss Parasite and Borg discussion? Yes, a little bit. Not majorly, though. I think it smells of this. I think I'm going to do a comparison video. Which one do you think of Connor? Do you like updates? Hello, everyone. I am fine, thank you, says Abdulaziz. I got myself a 175ml bottle of 4711 lime and nutmeg for €30, and I almost bathe in it. Can't see myself going over 200 for summer frags. Well, I'll tell you what, you can do a lot worse than those 4711s for the summer, you know. Richie G batters them, or at least he used to. I don't know if he keeps up these. I know he took one on holiday to North Africa, and he said it was perfect, you know. He said it was absolutely perfect. So that doesn't surprise us. You just sling that on. Take like a 20ml decant out with you and just pour it on throughout the day. You know what I mean? Because it's cheap, it's nice, it's lovely. I've got a bottle of the lavender Bienetra, and it's fucking gorgeous, like. You know, I just throw that on at night when I want to go to sleep. Actually, it performs a lot better than the L'Occitane. The L'Occitane's a bit nicer. You can tell the quality's a bit better. But Bienetras, like, you get a 250ml for 13 quid, and it's cheaper in Europe. And you can get a 300ml of the L'Occitane for 60. So, That sounds like what I would do to your Serge Luton's collection, says Divine. Ooh. Getting a slight humming, buzzing sound in this live. Yes, I've got the fan on, mate, because it's humid. It's sticky. So it's meant to be there. Fear not. You're not going mad or anything. Chaos on the duck pond today. There's havoc. Absolute havoc. I lose all my faculties when I'm not well. You know, I've got a bit of a sore throat. So I'm milking it. I lose my faculties. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what year it is. My favourite floral is 724 from MFK. Usually don't like white florals. They just smell like clean laundry. 724 was so fucking generic. Says it was bad. I feel like MFK fans are genuinely bootleggers who don't know better. He drops the umpteenth generic bullshit release and everyone's like, great fresh fragrance, flawless for the office. Bore off, mate. I feel very similarly about the brand now. He's definitely not putting out anything that's interesting anymore. And the stuff he's released for Dior so far has been fucking woeful. Like, he really needs to get off his arse and do something fucking interesting. It's quite upsetting. Product says, if anyone in Europe wants a 5ml of Orangeur Sirocco, feel free to ping me. Where do they find you at? He struck gold on Baccarat Rouge 540. He's had some mid with Oud Satin, Mood and Grand Soir ever since he's living off his legacy. He's always done his best stuff for other brands as well. Have you ever noticed that? Like, like the Eli Saab stuff. The Eli Saab stuff, and by the way, that band's about to experience some extreme turbulence because they're based in Lebanon. And the French have told their people to get out, and considering they're the ones who have been mediating between Iran and fucking Israel, you know that's going to become a problem extremely soon, you know. But yes, he did strike gold on Baccarat Rouge 540, which I think is shit. I'm just not interested in paying for that at all. Had some mid. Yeah, I thought Oud Satin Mood was alright. I don't think it's a great fragrance, but I like it. It's probably the only big sweet fragrance. Well, no, that's not the only one, but there's a couple of them. It's like one of two big sweet fragrances that I like. Most of them are crap. Divine have sampled most are a bit similar. If you're looking for fruity floral, check Les Frivolité. Sorry. Abdulaziz says, if you are looking for fruity floral, check Les Frivolités Von Jacques Fat or Sriranga Blanc from Lucien Ferrero. Both unisex and refreshingly floral. Sorry you had to listen to me try and say that. Smelling Aqua Media, and I like this. Smells like Celestia with greenness. He does do that though, doesn't he? He does like make like a new fragrance, and it's just like the old fragrance, but with like one thing different, you know. Francis Curtijon hasn't released anything worthwhile in like 10 years. Yes. Orange Sirocco Dry Down is legit like YSL YEDP. Yikes. I think I said that on the rotation video yesterday. Dolce Amalfi is spot on. Juicy Fruit, says Duncan. I'll blow €600 on a summer fragrance, so I feel like it's a flawless piece. I think that Original Vetiver is one of the best summer fragrances you can get. It's brilliant. Like, it's so clever, and that's quite a bit of money for what it is. You know, for what it is. Tour de Hermes is a brilliant summer fragrance. I'm enjoying Orange Sirocco at the minute, actually, for the summer. Am I going to replace it? Probably not. But I'm enjoying it. Scala Indonesia. $47.11 and Alvaro Gomez, brilliant for summer. Spray away, says Jeannie. Yes. Has anyone tried anything from Thameen? I'm sure somebody has. I've tried a couple of things, but I can't remember them. Sandra B says, yes, the dry down is so disappointing and not up to the usual Les Indomptables qualitative dry down, says Sandra B, whose English is considerably better than mine. Considerably. Francis Curtijon in remake mode at the minute, says Pradeep. Semi Divine Summer, love for summer fragrance. Orange Sirocco sounds disgusting. Everything I dislike in a fragrance combined in one. Smells like the mid of a Senza Nobile, of a Senza Colonia by whatchamacallthems. Keely Hodgson's race is about to start. It's bobbing off for a bit. Let us know what happens. It's awful, the weather, Rich. Only like heat if I'm abroad. Yes, I'm not a fan of the heat. Like, I'm with you, mate. We must descend from the same Viking fucking part of the world where it's like snow for like 8-10 months of the year. Do you know what I mean? Bring it back. Bring it back. I think my most worn summer scents currently are Torino. I do like the light though. I like the light. You know? Like in that fucking month between like in the 6 to 8 weeks between like the 21st of May and the 21st of July is awesome. Like in the evening, do you know what I mean? I've got a 15 ml of Torino 21, really nice. Might need to get a bigger green pearl from Thameen, a bigger bottle of green pearl from Thameen. Might be my next summer pickup. How is the newer piece of me by MFK Rich? Are you going to review it? I might get a sample of it, and I probably won't review it. I'll do a first impression, but I've heard that it's here, neither. It's neither hither nor thither. You know, it's neither here nor there. It's it's meant to be a bit crap. I'll note that one, mate. Royal Crown Eternium. Look that up if you get a sample. It's sensational. Ooh, bloody hell. Robes has shat on that brand from a great height for a couple of weeks now. I can be reached on Instagram under Sensatura. No weird stuff, please. He only likes pictures of feet. So no weird stuff except feet. I'm at a drive-through vehicle registration, says famous YouTube. Oh no. Wearing Tur perfume, welcome Jurors. Tur perfume's brilliant. I'm layering Le Bleu and Habit Rouge, and I think it should be a new Habit Rouge flanker. I mean, I've tried like 90% of the house. What do you think of them? Welcome Anouge. Hope everyone is having a wicked weekend. Good old 4711 in this gross heat. Everybody's been wearing 4711 in the gross heat. It's sensational. Found out last week that Tour de Hermes Eau Fraiche got got discontinued. What a shame. Yes, it's been discontinued for a while actually. They replaced it with the Eau Givre. Can comment on the whole house if anybody has a specific question. Their core line is unoriginal, though dupes are 40 knots, Amber and away, Grand Soir and Delina. A lot of brands do that, don't they? They'll set up stall with some clones of some famous other fragrances, and then maybe if they make something of themselves, they'll try and do something. Mr. Goodman, how are you? Bob says, no weird stuff, please. Sandra B says, I lived in Manchester for 7 years. I am almost a northerner. I'm even more northern than that. Considerably. I'm about 3 hours north of there. You know? But you've got to go across as well, so. I didn't know you lived in deepest Manchester, though. I've got quite a few people from Manchester here. I'm back. Yay. Did she win, Tim? Just opened up a State of Mind fragrance. Open Mind, says Chuck. How is it? Chuck, have smelled all their samples? State of Mind recently started doing a lot of PR through So Avant-Garde, which is a shame. Oh no. Welcome, AM. Triplet, welcome. Wearing some Comme des Garçons Play Green today. Refreshing green. I cannot stand this summer nonsense. More snow, more ice. Yes, please, says Nooch. Yes, I'm looking forward to the cooler stuff coming back, I must admit. I agree, Nooch. Too hot here for sure, says Lane. Keely won. Yes, fantastic. Get in. Oh, sorry. A big yawn I have. Rich play Elden Ring for your gaming channel. Well, I am finishing up Skyrim. I recently defeated the evil dragon. I am going to win the war, whichever side I am on. Stormcloaks, I think. And then I'm going to replay Red Dead Redemption 2 because that's what I want to do, if I'm being honest. I really want to replay Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll see. Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough 2. I'm a big fan. State of Mind has a couple of nice scents. One of them opens like an orangey gourmand Aventus. One of them is a super nice cherry blossom that smells like a starburst candy. Essence number 3, Amber, may be the best Kirkjohn scent. I was talking about the Eli Saab fragrances a few minutes ago. Yeah, they're meant to be the best. I like the Absolute Paula Soir. I like Absolute Paula Soir. I think it's fantastic. You know, I think Absolute Paula Soir is a great fragrance. Got a little bit of growl. That big growler. Thoughts on Stefan Humbert Lukarich? Haven't smelled them, but they are a big PR brand. So I'm not really interested in the LPR brands, but I would smell them. I need to do an 80s de Venustus first impressions video, either tomorrow or Wednesday, which I will do. I've been slacking on the content, but I've been fucking battered for about 2.5 weeks now. I do not know what is going on with me, but I'm having some kind of outrageous flare-up with this fibromyalgia. I cannot be bothered to do anything. I've been sleeping like 18 hours a day, and I'm not joking either. Like, I'm going to sleep, sleeping for hours, waking up, going to the bathroom, having like a slice of toast, and then just going back to sleep. Do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't been on the elliptical for like 2 weeks. I can't. I just haven't got the energy. It's mental. I do not have a clue what is going on. I'm wondering if my medication stopped working, you know? Like, I can't be asked to type. Do you ever get like that? Do you ever get that tired where you're just like typing's like pain? Really strange. They're not really a big PR brand in my opinion. I've seen a bit of PR, I must admit. I've seen a bit like he's got friends of the brand, do you know what I mean? Which is fine. Like, I mean, it is. We can sit and complain about it till we're blue in the face. It happens, do you know what I mean? But like, what can you do? You know? There's some of it, but not mainstream. Like, that's kind of the way I was. Yeah, he's not like. It doesn't seem to be like vast. You know, not everybody's getting a bottle all the time. Damn, that sounds bad, says Abdulaziz. I read a study the other day about fibromyalgia. It's like a crossover from inflammatory conditions where you get like loads of fatigue, and it's something to do with the immune system setting off the cells. It's either neurons or your nerve cells. To tell your brain that you're in pain, and your brain basically ends up having to do loads of processing, uses up loads of RAM, basically. Not Ramsey. It has to use up loads of RAM. And it's like you just get like outrageous fatigue, like brain fog. Do you know what I mean? Like, being physically fucking buckled is one thing. Being mentally buckled is something completely different. I hate that shit. You know what I mean? If it starts to intrude into my internal world, I'll be fuming. Do they have to regularly up your medicine dosage? Hope you get better soon. It's not that they have to up the dosage, it's that they have to change it completely. I'm on like a biologic. They're called biologics, and I take methotrexate as well, which is the poison I take on Thursday nights. So I mean, if it doesn't pick up soon, I'll have to make an appointment with a nurse. Like, but what can you do? Do they have to regularly? There's a horrible, says Ryan X. Oh no, I think Signature Pour Arm's really nice, actually. I'm 99% sure that Demi is indeed working with them. They just launched See My Love, which is a masculine aquatic. That's not her collab. Demi is making a fragrance with them, apparently. Oh dear. Has anyone tried masculine Puriel from MFK, looking for a good barbershop fragrance? You've got Dolce & Gabbana Pour Arm, haven't you? That's a good barbershop. I should wear this. Soon. I'm going to wear it in the rain. You know? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It really is very good, this. I know Mr. Smelly's a big fan of this as well. Top stuff, this. Oh! What am I doing? Making strange noises on the internet. Kuros. I haven't worn that for a while. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Mephisto Gentili Warmo, Silver Mountain Water, probably, says Divine. I know a lot of people who get that. Their body feels on overdrive the whole time. Yeah, it's rough. How about the Gap? The gabapentin? Do you still take that? I do still take gabapentin. I take it every day and it helps. I'd be a lot worse. It would be a lot worse if it wasn't for the gabapentin. Beep, beep. Got a Casio for Richie G, and it beeps on the hour every hour, and it's like I get a shock. Might as well be like one of those fucking church bells, you know. In my house. What do we have? Benji. What's this about Benji? I've got about 200 squids to blow on an oud sensor, just scouting eBay and such. Benji still has Dusita oud Infinite on eBay, Erich. Been on there for a while. Get in touch with him. I'm sure I put somebody in touch with him not so long ago, and obviously it didn't happen, like, so. It's my fave barbershop scent, amazing, absolutely amazing. It's reformulated, I have heard. I smelled the latest version of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme in the store the other day. I was in flannels and I smelled it. It's quite nice. Yeah, so got formulated. Wonder what the new juice is like. What we talking about? Anyone tried masculine puriel? Ah. We cannot do with a cabbage duck. This myalgia will not stand, man. Rich, it sounds like you're in the overtired stage. That shit is nasty. That, if you look up fibromyalgia, it's such a strange thing. It goes with inflammatory conditions a lot, like arthritis and stuff. People with like Crohn's and IBS get it. People with rheumatoid arthritis get it. Axial spondyloarthritis, basically any kind of arthritis, like. We need laws to ban reformulation under some nomenclature, says Abdulaziz. In the US, we Cymbalta and Lyrica. I don't know what that means. I have MP Purple Juice, the new masculine Puriel Purple Juice. The new reformulation is yellow juice, says AM. Hey, welcome, yet not dead. I was just thinking about getting Edinburgh today. Worried it is too woody camphorous for me, but every time I smell it at the store, I love it. Maybe thanks to the lavender. Well, if you smell it and you love it, have you sprayed it on yourself and smelled it, what it smells like on your skin? That's the most important thing, you know. I think this is really good. It's got that juniper. Not spicy, but like fizzy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, you know, when you open a bottle of carbonated something and it goes like, shh. It's got that about it. It's got that shh, which juniper gives. It's beautiful. It really is. It's fantastic. Yankee, welcome to you. Creative Creed Viking is so good. Only Creed consider getting besides Green Irish Tweet, which I already have. Green Irish Tweet. Made that Elon Musk's new fragrance. Green Irish Tweet. FK probably blending an alcohol-based Sauvage 040 as we speak. Ah, it's been panned, hasn't it? Loads of people fucking hate it. Everybody's raging with it. I really enjoyed the Creed original vetiver. That soapiness it has is absolutely amazing. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to do a review, I think. I've already reviewed Mugler Cologne, but I think I will review Creed's original vetiver, which doesn't have a mysterious S note, thank God. This bottle is a 2016 bottle. Isn't it strange how Creed sometimes on their bottles write the batch number really, really fucking clearly, and then on some other things it's a fucking nightmare to try and find out where it is. It's a fucking piss take, like. But this is sensational. This is one of the best summer fragrances there is, in my opinion. It smells like cut grass. It smells like fresh cut grass. Ooh. I'm going to review Green Valley as well. So does that mean we can drink Sauvage 040? I wonder what it would taste like. I mean, you can drink any perfume, you'd just get extremely ill, I would have thought. Have you smelled Les Eaux Paris Paris? Yes, that's the rosy one, isn't it? You're right, fizzy is a great way of putting it. Every time I hear Juniper Berry, I hear the trumpet man saying it in my head. White Moss or Mosito Bianco by Akakapa has a fizzy juniper berry and very fresh and fizzy in the summer. The trail is nice on it. Akakapa. Only 120ml Creed bottles are welcome in this household, says Spaced Out. I only have one 100ml, and that's because they released it after the... and this is the last good Creed fragrance, in my opinion. Creed Viking. I actually really like Creed Viking. I do. I wore it today and I really liked it. I really like it. It's got that spicy lavender, minty kind of barbershop-y thing. It got panned when it came out. If you compare it to everything they've released since, it's an absolute barnstormer. It's a stalwart perfume compared to everything they've released since. But the previous, compared to the previous stuff, maybe not as great. It's kind of like, I mean, you could say that Royal Oud's like the last great Creed, but I would say it's probably Creed Viking, like, because I really like Creed Viking. I'm rocking Gucci Guilty Absolute today while working as a marine electrician on board Navy vessels. Yes! Assert your fucking dominance with the Gucci Guilty. If you go to war, that is a war fragrance. Is Gucci Guilty Absolute? You know, the enemy will flee before you. Yes, the rose one. What do you think of it? It's nice, but it's a little bit pink. It smells pink. Does that make sense? I'm not sure it does make sense. I think it makes sense. We'll go with it. It smells a little pink for me, but it is nice. And that's not to say I wouldn't wear it. I'm going to have to try it again now. How is Lorenzo Villarezi? I'm sure he's fine. I want to try the mint black pepper one. Whoa! Piper Negrum. Piper Negrum's very black pepper. I think I've got a video about it. If you put in Rich Mitch Piper Negrum, you might see it. I'd like to try Mugler Cologne, but it's just outrageously priced on eBay here. Yes, don't pay those silly prices. They're crazy. It is lovely though. It really is very nice. It really is a very nice fragrance. Don't pay silly aftermarket prices though. It was 30 quid, man. I remember when they couldn't give it away for 30 quid. You know what I mean? I just go with the Creed, but it would be interesting to compare. Maybe one of these days I'll get it and try a sample. I'll try and get a sample. I wonder if Anuja's got it. I'm interested in Viorese Garofolo, meant to be a top carnation. Rich of you want Chanel Biarritz this summer? Not yet, because it hasn't been hot enough. For me, that's a real hot weather fragrance, and it just hasn't been hot enough. Like, do you know what I mean? It's never got into like the late 20s, early 30s here. We talk about how hot it gets here, and it's like 21 Celsius, and he's like, oh, fuck me, it's like 45 here. Do you know what I mean? And that's on a good day. Yeah, Paris Biarritz is a fucking tremendous scent, like. Ooh. Hey, hope everything is well. Welcome, Science Bear. How are you? Have you been tincturing anything recently? I'd still like to have Science Bear on the channel. We can talk about his adventures in the woods. Friends, it's that time again. If you would like to like the stream, please do. If you don't want to like it, don't like it. It's all right. Piper Negrum is lovely. It also has a fennel note. You know, when I hear fennel, I think phenol, as in the stuff they use in medical procedures to like seal wounds and fucking all of that kind of hideousness. It's in a what do they call it when it fucking... I know they use it on ingrown toenails to like seal the wound afterwards. It's spelled PHENOL. So I'm like, ooh, why do you want to smell of that? I won't pay the silly prices. Ablation. Is it ablation? I think it is. Ablate. I won't pay the silly prices. I'll buy a Creed, but I'm not paying that for Mugler Cologne. Yes. Mugler Cologne is now in Crazy Town, says Bob. Yes, it is. Anush says, Lane, I've got yours. Send you a decant. Send me a message as a reminder. Lovely Anush, taking care of the peeps. Chuck says, Divine has a phone call. Why is that a shame that they did PR? How else do you sell as a new house? I think I do not like PR because I think it's a cheap way of... I think it's a cheap way, and there are bad associations which have been established with PRs, you know, because these people are for hire, you know. I've laid out my issues with PR and free bottles for review. You know. Let's hear your point of view on Paris Edinburgh. Smells like Creed Viking. It's very good. I like it a lot. How else do you start then? You have to make money. It's a business. Well, how about paying for like real adverts? How about getting real people to do it instead of sending free bottles out, telling people not to tell them that they got them fucking sent for fucking free? You know? How about not spamming the market? How about not paying rate sheets? You know? How about making a good product? Getting it in stores, online marketing campaigns that don't include fucking YouTube talking heads. RXL, welcome. Where is RXL? There it is. What do you think when you see a video titled Full Review and the guy pulls out 1 ml of the fragrance? I think what the fuck? Who the fuck is this cunt? Charlatan. Get away from me. I feel like I'm being patronized and stolen from. I feel like I'm being used. I feel like I'm being told I'm stupid. I haven't had as much time for foraging and tincturing, been busy with organic chemistry too, class. I appreciate that news, you were too kind. I don't wish you go to that trouble. Next time I decide to place an order, I may have you send a sample, but just for the heck of it. A whole semester's worth of material in 6 weeks. Ugh. Anyone here tried G-Man from Gainsborough? It's an old timer that I like. That's how a man cave would smell. Oh, God. When I got some time, I'll make some absolutes with the tinctures I have. Hey, Mitch, thoughts on carnal flour? Not my favourite type of thing. How else do you start? You have to make money. It's a business. I understand it's a business, but there are other ways to do it. Influencer marketing is not the only way to do it. You know? You could make your own adverts. Oh no, I'm not talking about free bottles, but they advertise. Like advertising's fine, you know. Like there are some memorable advertising. I kind of feel like advertising's gone to shit. You know, like there's so much of it about that the quality is like, it's like inflation. Do you know what I mean? There's so much advertising now. We live in the age of advertising, and it's a fucking nightmare. It's a hellscape. And influencer marketing is an absolute disaster. And it cheapens your brand. But you can have good marketing campaigns. Absolutely. You can have good advertising. There's just an absolute dearth of it. There's just no good advertising out there anymore whatsoever. You know, and always the best way to market a perfume is word of mouth. Not just perfume, anything. So it's, you try something new, you tell someone, like that's kind of like what I do, you know, it's word of mouth, because I don't get paid, I don't get free stuff. I decide if I think it's nice. If I think it's nice, I say it's nice, and I don't get paid for it. I just say it's nice because I think it's nice. You know, just, and that, what that does, right, is that instead of trying to hotshot the system, right, instead of trying to like fucking hack the system, what you do then is you actually, it's like a positive feedback loop, because then you work out whose tastes you align with, whose opinions you can trust, whether you actually agree with their taste or not. You know what I mean? Whereas like paying people to say shit is just so heavily twisting the dynamic in favor of the person selling that you're lowering standards by proxy. You know what I mean? Because it just means that you're only driven by the money. And that's fine. You can be driven by money, that's fine. But you also have to be driven by the fucking quality of your product as well. You know, all the best products are like that. You know? All the best products are driven by the quality of the product, not the fucking, not the cheapness, not the margin, not the profit margin. Do you enjoy synthetic jungle? No. How about not being a wanker? Have you tried it yourself? Oh no, I'm not talking about free bottles, but they advertise. Yes, free bottles are the cheapest bargain bin form of advertisement possible. Exactly. Even Guerlain send free bottles now, so it obviously works. Well, yeah. So you get the sample carnal flower and synthetic jungle. Oof, maybe French lover? Yes, French lover's lovely. I just like the smell of Johnson's baby shampoo at the end of the day. Shower best. That and coast soap if I could find the grace. Find a grey that smells like a coast. French lover smells like spice and wood. Bobby, try the new Sauvage and report as soon as possible, says Pradeep. We need sex appeal advertising back. What, you mean the fragrance by Jovan? Coast soap, the blue bar they sell here is amazing, says Liam. What will be worse, product placement of colognes in movies, or how marketing is now with influencers? The influencer marketing thing's the worst at the minute, because it's just fucking, it's just intrusive, it's everywhere, and it's painful. You know? And it's bad. Great advertising by Tom Ford putting a bottle between sweaty cheeks. We've seen it done. He used to have a bottle of 4 men between a man's parted cheeks. That is haunting my waking dreams. It was a hairy arse as well, to be fair. Good God. Found another bottle of that, actually. Sealed as well, so that'll be going on eBay. Great advertising, new Sauvage. RXL says it's a business. The problem is some of these people making videos aren't business people. They are high quality, knowledgeable reviewers, and then there are some phonies reading Fragrantica as a script. Yes, I think that a large part of the problem is for the brands rather than the influencers, is that the people the brands are associating themselves with are cheapening the product. You know, I think that's why Persolays get so much stuff, because they know, right? The Chanels know, the Hermeses know, the fucking Guerlains know, right? They all know that they will get a man with a nice accent who wears outrageous shirts, who's always looking put together, or doesn't say fucking crazy shit and hasn't got powder all over his face, like doesn't have his tits out, doesn't say things like make her wet. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got that kind of, that sort of stamp of influencer. And then you've got like the rest, where it's literally young people trying to live the influencer lifestyle, and what they've done is they've realised Fragcom is a captive market. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's people taking advantage of communities, you know? And it's a hobbyist community, you know what I mean? We're all into fragrance and we're desperate for knowledge. And there are, I mean, Jeremy Fragrance, when he was popular, when he blew up, like, it's been 10 years he's been on YouTube now. Like, when he started, and when he, like, not when he first started, because his first videos were him in like a t-shirt looking like a young lad, and then he started putting on the suits and having the girls in and stuff like that, and then he just passed. I remember when he passed 100,000. I remember when he passed 250, 500,000. I remember when he broke 1 million. People were shook. Because before that, the biggest reviewers were like 30,000, 50,000 maybe. You know what I mean? Jeremy just ran away with it. And there was a lot of jealousy. Let's not take the piss. I mean, there were some people who had devoted their lives to it, putting in a lot of the hard yards, creating a fragrance community for Jeremy to come in, and then he just came in and just exploited it. But he has brought in a lot of other people with him. But they're not all as committed as we are. You know, there's a lot of, I mean, the brands must be really, really pleased with him, because he's done a really good job for them. But whether he's done a good job for us, that's not the same question. I'm definitely a consumer. There are consumers and there are suppliers. I am a consumer. These marketers, these influencers, they're suppliers. They're on the side of the supplier at least. So, Creed Spice and Wood is nice and French Lover is similar. Perfume adverts have lost the sense of humour about themselves. Even calling something slut has no ironic undertones. Apparently he asked his followers the other day, do you think I should change the names of my fragrances? Like, do you think, like, because I do think Aaron Terrence Hughes actually has moments of like, he has moments where he's like, he becomes very self-aware, you know? And then he slips back into Aaron Terrence Hughes mode. but he's like, he does have these. I think he genuinely does have inside him some self-awareness that quite a lot of other people don't. I remember the video where he told everyone he had Asperger's and he was sorry if he'd done anything and he didn't understand this about himself. And I thought that took some character, actually, if you want the truth. I imagine his life has been quite difficult to that point, not understanding that about yourself and thinking you were just a weird freak. But not to worry. He did. He put out a poll, or he said something. Maybe it's a short or something like that. And I don't know what the result was, but he should definitely change those names, especially if he's going to go big in the United States. Well, maybe not, actually. I don't know. I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer. It's just I know that I wouldn't like to wear a fragrance and then someone asks us and I had to say, it's called slut. Imagine like you see like a friend of the family, a friend of your parents', or like fucking, like somebody like your parents' age, and they're like, oh, I haven't seen you for ages, how are you? And you give them a hug, and they're like, oh, you smell nice, what you wearing? And you're like, it's called cunt. You know what I mean? I'd be fucking mortified. Perfume adverts have lost their sense of humour, yes. What's your favourite mall fragrance is? Nick Walker. Only tried a few, Nick, but it's French Lover out of the ones I've tried. I fucking haven't worn music for a while. Companies paying people to say positive things about the product has been happening forever. Influencers have just made the inner rot of the system more obvious. Well, the thing is, I agree with you, you're right. But the thing is that for the brands themselves, I could make a case for the brands themselves that they're actually making themselves look bad by using influencers, quote unquote influencers. You don't know what those people are going to do and fucking say. You know what I mean? You don't know what these can they be fucking relied upon? I mean, do you know what I mean? It's the old thing about like the celebrity endorsement, Look at what happened with Mugler and fucking Pure Shot. They gave it to Oscar Pistorius, who 6 months later promptly shot his fucking girlfriend. Pure Shot. She was Pure Shot. Pure Shot dead. Fucking poor cow. But with influencers, it's like that. I mean, to be fair, nobody in Fragcom's killed anybody else yet that I'm aware of. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with a few of the people. You know what I mean? There's a few people out there who've definitely got people fucking buried under the basement. You know what I mean? But, the thing is that, yes, this shit happens, right? And when everybody makes the argument, it's like, yes, but it's been happening forever and it's always been done and it's doing this. And I get it. It's a legitimate thing to say. What I would say is that still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't make it the right thing. It's still not good, And just, it's like the old argument if somebody says, well, you get in trouble at school and the teacher says, why the fuck did you do that? And you say, well, everybody else was doing it. And the teacher says, well, if everybody else was jumping off a fucking bridge, would you do that as well? Do you know what I mean? I guarantee you there are some people who would, right? In fact, a lot of people would, because they're fucking stupid, as we know this about humans, right? And fucking... That's kind of the situation we find ourselves in. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like... I mean, I used to be a lot more, like, avid about it than I am. My attitude has softened. Because, I mean, it's like you say, it's like, what you're going to do, hold back the tide. what you're gonna do? Just like you're just gonna ignore reality. You know what I mean? It's all well and good having principles, but the reality comes into it at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll never like it. Oh, Sam Broom's just released a video. I will watch that as soon as I've finished. I will not. Like, I don't have to fucking go along with it. You know what I mean? I'll do something different myself. You know, I'll find my own way. And there's plenty of people who just want to be led on a merry dance, you know. Science Bear says, I can imagine paying to see a movie in 5-10 minutes of it. If some out, yeah, I know what you're going to say, yeah. And 5-10 minutes of it is some out there looking at the camera saying how much they love Versace Eros or John Paul Gaultier as Lamal. Yes, the book for American Psycho is absolutely crammed with fucking brands, designer brands, fragrances, suits, fucking cars, everything. But it's part of the story because it shows you like the surface level of who he is and like how everything's just like completely fake and nobody actually knows anybody. There's no kind of deep connection there. But they couldn't use it in the film. But they could only use certain brands because a lot of brands didn't want to be associated with, obviously, American Psycho. I mean, they'd be fucking jumping over fucking fences to try and get that kind of publicity now. Do you know what I mean? My issue with free bottles is that they send them to the wrong people. It's a pretty good way of putting it, actually. You know, I could have avoided the last 10 minutes of this live stream if I'd just thought of saying that. Fuck's sake. I think Zershov should send free bottles to Rich. I'd buy a catapult. Quaid Russi or Quaid Orange, Quaid Russi. Every day of the week. Twice on Sunday. That out Erica just stands there reading Nitro. From Fragrant, I guess she's literally clueless, says Ryan B, which has got huge breasts. People don't watch her for her fragrance content. She's got huge breasts, and she used them to get fucking, well, I mean, fucking Raphael fucking groomed her, to be fair, didn't he? He was sending her super chat. Was it super chats, or was it like fucking, was he like a member of our channel or something like that? Pretending to care about her, and just the pair of them are just some kind of fucking, just goes to show two wrongs don't make a right, really, does it? Yeah. I seen a bottle of Lagerfeld cologne on the TV show Frasier from the 90s in his bathroom, so after that it was on my radar. I figured that was probably what Frasier wore. I know it's all fictional, says Lane. It's in Scarface as well. That's how he got into character. Do you like modern antiques? Yes, I've got a bottle and I wear it all the time. I am sold, says Grand Camo. Girl on should send everything to Old Erica. Personally, this is just a classic gentleman, Mr. Harrods himself. Yes, Mr. Harrods, yes, that's right. Still, Frasier was a great character and a great TV show. Yeah, I enjoyed Frasier. Curly fragrances get your tits out and hair your balls in a comfortable position. Vulgar is one way of putting it. But do you know what it is with these female reviewers? I have respect for them because they use men's unquenchable thirst against them. You know, the thirst of these men, the idiotic thirst of these men. They definitely need teaching a lesson, and if these women are gonna fucking lighten their wallets along the way, fair play to them. I don't hate them for that. I hate them for the fact that they're patronizers. It's very patronizing. I miss the old Jeremy with the suit. God, Now you've got ignoramuses like producer Michael telling millions of people about fragrance, and he's basic as fuck. People with expertise used to be respected, now they're fringe. Yes, it's definitely become a thing in general society. People with expertise are just like... People with expertise are just like fucking like ignored. A lot of my mates can't believe Jeremy is the same person as all the videos. Crazy how he dropped off. Did anybody see that picture of him in his white shirt the other day? Grim. The number one fragrance reviewer that follows the teachings of Jesus. Nobody should be jealous of Jeremy now, given the date addiction story. The date addiction? Oh, God. The date video. Ah, God, I remember that. Christ. He went from relatable to unrelatable pretty quickly. A compliment's an American thing. Can't say it's something I've noticed in the UK. You don't just tell a random person they smell good. I did it once, and the person looked at us like I was going to attack them. Some people just enjoy content making and fame. Can't blame them. Some people do like that fame sort of thing. Ricardo Neves, welcome. Compliments is definitely a US thing, says Sandra B. In France, we do not give a fuck about what others think. But I see a shift in trend amongst the youngest and working class. My only compliment came at the airport back in Cape Town. I was wearing bow de jour, and the check-in desk wanted to know what I was wearing as soon as possible. Curly fragrance walking a tightrope. What do you mean? Grass roses grow over bodies, says Pradeep. When the masses follow influencers fools with little knowledge or taste of the brands can embrace laziness and done so with aplomb. And have done so with aplomb. The thing is with influencers, I figure, is that they figure if they go off the rails, it won't have the same long-term damage that a celebrity does because of the amount of clout and exposure. They use the influencers to target the vulnerable and more easily marketable young crowd who is looking to fit in and find their way. Yes, soft duck. The American Psycho book still haunts me. I picked it up last month and been loving it after Overspray. It's fairly weak. The Joker made a point about people. What was it? Jack and Jill by Adam Sandler is one of the worst examples of product placement. I think there was 10-minute Dunkin' Donuts ad. Even if it's the EDP rush, the mad cow, well, none of the product placement in that movie informs of the storyline. It's just laziness. Sandra Solomon has huge breasts in the fried community too. Sandra Solomon. Yes, I think I know who that is. B.O. to Erica would have been a better handle. Shout out to the pears. Shout out to... I eat pears now and shit like that. Shout out to all the pear. Duck might be further back in the comments than the Ram. That was... I sent him a message yesterday. I sent a message to him and Jonathan saying, I think Ramsey might be 2 million years behind on the comments. He got caught up in the end. I didn't know that about Scarface. Cool fact. Duck might be further back. It is true. It is true. It's in there when he's in the hot tub. When he's in the hot tub. Here in Portugal, no one gives a fuck about fragrances, says Ricardo. Let alone getting compliments. Worst case scenario, people give you some weird looks. That happens here too. Got that Brit drip going on, eh? Thoughts on Magnum's thugs rioting in Sunderland this weekend? Yes. A lot of people in Sunderland rioted over the weekend and caused £2 million in improvements because it's a fucking shithole. I fucking hate the place. It smells. The people are weird looking. Their accents are absolutely fucking disgusting. Just an overall hellhole, really. Proud to say that my city has not rioted yet. And I don't think they will. There's a big protest, quote-unquote protest there on Saturday. I'm not sure they're going to fucking riot. We didn't riot in 2011, and I've always been really proud of that. There were riots across the UK in 2011 as well. This just goes to show you there are summer riots. There are summer riots in the UK every decade or so, you know. So 2024 there's been riots. 2011 there was riots. Before that, I think it was the Iraq War, and then before that it was the poll tax riots, and then before that it was the Brixton riots, and then you had the miners also kicking off. It's about every decade, give or take a few years either side, you know. and it happens in the summer because it's good sport, and it's always happened. We've always had an element of mob rule in this country. You must placate the mob, and whether you like that or not, doesn't make any fucking difference. It's a fact of the matter, you know. They've completely and utterly turned people against them, though. The people rioting, saying it's about mass immigration, saying it's about fucking this, that, and the other. They're not protesting that whatsoever. They're thugs, and they've completely played into the politicians' hands, and that is entirely their fucking fault. And it's no wonder that Tommy Robinson has scarpered off to Cyprus and he's staying in a 5-star resort while everybody fucking kicks off in this country. It's no wonder Nigel Farage has disappeared, and they're going to be fucking exposed for it. I can tell you, the overwhelming majority of people in this country absolutely fucking hate them for it. So whatever your media outlet, whatever your fucking favourite fucking internet fucking political fucking person tells you, it doesn't matter how many people they get watching them on a live stream, they've fucked it. They've played their hand terribly, I'm afraid to say. You know? In Sunderland, when they were protesting about those 3 little girls getting stabbed by someone from Wales who was of Rwandan heritage, right? They were writing about that. So what did the people in Sunderland do to protest? They burned down a children's library. Geniuses. Samples should be free and readily available. Problem solved. Totally agree. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely spot on, Abdulaziz. Every time I wear Viking, I wonder why, says Risk Designs. Oh, that's a shame. I really like it. Have to drop off. Have a good night, Doug, and all in the chat. Hope you're feeling better soon, Rich. Thanks, Jeannie. And thank you for the coffee. You are too kind. Ricardo, that's how it is here in the States. Have a good night. The gorgeous Stadium of Light was untouched, I think. It's a shithole. Fuck off. Testing Queer Plain Fleur by Healy and really digging it. A clever light leather. Ooh. I was at Les Santos to sample Montfresh and did not enjoy it at all. Glad I sampled it. Geranium Paul Monsieur remains the mint for me. That is why you should sample things before you buy them. The EDL is back with a vengeance. They're going to get prescribed. They're going to get fucking banned. And I wouldn't be surprised to see someone like Tommy Robinson get 10 years. At least 10 years. Those people who have been rioting have been getting arrested left, right and centre. They're being held on remand until September to get fucking... sentenced. And they're going to jail. Hi Mitch, a great friend of mine gifted me Versace blue jeans I actually really liked. Very simple yet interesting cologne. They get a lot of love, those, actually. Leads keep falling apart. Well, it won't do them any damage. It's a fucking shithole as well, to be fair. Queer Plain Fleur is discontinued, says Tim. Oh no. You can't always get samples, though, especially limited edition. Yes, that's true. That's another little trick that the houses play. They should make enough to make samples for everyone. I must dehydrate, my friends. I'll be back. Oh! I'll be back. I'm back. Oh, it's fucking... I've got to close the window in here when I'm streaming because I've got the lights on and all the bugs will fucking come in and try and eat us. So I don't like leaving the I don't like leaving the window open. So what happens is it turns into a fucking sauna in here in the summer. Obviously, it turns into a fucking grave in here when it's in the winter. Oh, belly rub. Okay, let's have a look. What is everyone saying? I don't know because I've lost my place. Where was I? You kicked off a riot in Enchante back in 2021, you vintage thug, that's right. Like, you can, the thing is, the last thing I'll say about the riots is you can agree or sympathise with the reasons they're saying that they're quote-unquote protesting when in fact they're rioting, like about mass immigration, about culture change, about fucking all of this kind of thing. You can feel that way, but the fact of the matter is people are using that as an excuse to go out there and behave like football hooligans. That's another thing as well. We used to go to tournaments away in Europe and stuff, and all these same fucking people, right, would go over there and just start fighting fucking, and that's what they went for. They just want to fight. They just want to riot because they're fucked in the head, frankly. And really what they should do is get them with water cannons, lock them up, put them in there with the worst kind of fucking offenders, let them rot for a few years until they fucking calm down a bit. What day is it? Oh dear. It would appear that I have taken too many tablets yesterday. Not to worry. I did kick off a riot, that's right. Poor Anuj. Sorry about that. Anuj is discontinuing his brick and mortar store, I've heard, which is very sad. But also I think it's a sign of the times. But there's some people, you know what I mean? I hope that there's enough going on there that online that he doesn't have to worry about. He doesn't have to worry about business going forward. Like, Llama, greetings, welcome, Brian. How are you? Thanks, Trip. Little and non-germs, nice sparkly violet leaf, leather, and honeysuckle. Nice chatting on that one. Hey, Brandon. Everyone is saying hello, Brandon. All those hanging around filming thugs attacking the police for the social media hits are going to get a 3 a.m. knock on the door too. Yes, because you don't have to take part in a riot to get done for rioting. The Riot Act in this country, literally called the Riot Act, is very all-encompassing. Don't do it. Don't go. Don't be there when it's happening. Don't fucking partake. They are watching. You are now so much more able to be fucking identified than you were even 10 years ago. And they locked up a lot of people 10 years ago. A bunch of fucking idiots having their lives ruined by themselves. Bilbo! Viking is too bitter for me. Royal Watermiller seems much friendlier. I like Viking, I do. Question: would you gatekeep the fragrance you're wearing if someone stopped you on the street? I'm not sure what that means. The whole gatekeeping thing, I'm not entirely sure what the definition is, what it actually entails or what it means, you know? What does it mean? Thoughts on gatekeeping? Depends how many backups I have, says Tripler. Green Street hooliganism. Jacob talking about the 700 million cash infusion Chanel just took. Apparently the price rises haven't been enough income for them. I'm going to watch that video. I wonder what's going on there. Hey all, I need your help. There has been a bit of a stock market fucking... I'm not going to say a collapse, but there's been a bit of a... I've had a bit of a fucking nightmare, like. Yes, definitely, that is a fantastic example of a honeysuckle. Bilbo says, hey all, I need your help. This guy named Bob keeps stalking me and I don't know what to do. Bilbo, I'm always down to help when it comes to Bob. Or Booby. 100%. I'm for gatekeeping. It keeps people like Boz away, says Bilbo. Still boggles my mind that my favourite fragrance cost me €14 on a couple of thousand collection. Go figure, what was it? Bilbo says, thanks James, he keeps sending me rude messages. Tell him to stop. Either my taste is shit or the industry is fucked, or both. Whew. I mean, you like what you like, you know? Like, I'm a firm believer in that, like, and you shouldn't... I mean, it's a matter of taste, innit? You know what I mean? It's not like you're not hurting anybody by... You're not hurting anybody by, like, liking a perfume. And if you are, then that person needs to fucking... The person you're hurting needs to fucking just grow the fuck up, like... You know? And people forget that they have the right to be offended. Either my taste is shit or the industry is fuck. Brandon, how have you been doing? You still enjoying Monte Cristos? That's an underrated Mask Milano fragrance. I thought it was quite nice, but I've got Monadiorio's Queer, and I thought I preferred that. It's got the same smoke note in, literally the same smoke note, except Monte Cristo's got tobacco and fucking Monadiorio's got the leather, and I thought the leather, oh, fucking hell, what a fragrance that is. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Last week I went to Chanel Boutique. Welcome DL Qualia, a patron of Ramsey's channel, I believe. Last week I went to Chanel Boutique and tried the more recent batch of Sycamore ADP. They do smell so much more better than the sample from last year for some reason. That's interesting. Best stalker fragrances. Obsession, yes. Yes, Bilbo beat us to it. Obsession. Oh dear. Or Sticky Fingers. I can't believe I'm about to make it through 2 hours. I didn't think I was going to make it through 2 minutes at the beginning of the stream. Rich, I've been on a spree of Heritage and Zeno. Any recommendations where to go next in the vintage or modern space? Beau de Jour has got that kind of, but you've got to get the private blend version because the signature version's got a fucking amberwood in place of the patchouli. Homme de Grey. Homme de Grey, it doesn't smell anything like that, by the way. Homme de Grey is a completely different fragrance, but Homme de Grey is a fucking outrageous smell. It's absolutely gorgeous, like. Get you some vintage... Get you some vintage Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, which again is a different fragrance. Homme de Grey. Grey, you've got that entirely right, except the last letter. It's not Y, it's S. Homme de Grez. But it's pronounced grey, you know. Grey, that's right. That's a sensation. It's much more chic, right? I talked about it in the rotation video yesterday. I should review it. This is my bottle. I've got myself a 75 ml. I've also got a couple of other 75 mls. I've got 125 ml as well. Look at that. It's got this fruity zesty, sharp opening, and it dries down to an outrageous, smoky oak moss, green sheep breath thing. It's beautiful. Fucking stunning. Look at Turtles, he hates Mona Diorio and Villoresi. A bug up his ass? Wonder why? Because he's just a very upset man. He's perpetually fucking upset. You know what I mean? He's perpetually fucking chronically wounded. You know what I mean? I wish he'd cheer the fuck up. Have you tried the new Habit Rouge? The Parfum version? Yes, I don't hate it as much as I do the original one, which I do not like. I really don't like. I should love that fragrance and I don't. Cabochard EDP. Cabochard EDP for €14. It doesn't hurt that when they're rare. It doesn't hurt when they're all cheap. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt one bit when you get a bargain. You know? Anik Goutal as well. Mr. Goodman, you could investigate Anik Goutal as a fragrance house. Rich, in truth, I think we all more than gladly put up with your gatekeeping. A ballsy pedal to the metal oration. Yes, gatekeeping. Oh. I really do like Viking, I must admit. I really do. It's very nice. And it does smell like Paris Edinburgh. It's got that spicy, fizzy sort of fucking shenanigan going on. Where the fuck? Oh. Where did Paris Biarritz go? Oh. It went there. Oh. Aren't bespoke fragrances the ultimate gatekeeping, going to a perfumer to make something just for you? Could be. Anyone tried those Goutal Doyen Voyageurs Imaginaires brand? I haven't. Somebody mentioned them recently to me and I don't know where. Lane, I've been smoking weed lately. I hope you are all well. I have moved on to Padrons instead of Monte Cristos. Oh, it's really humid in here. I cannot wait to open that fucking window. I'll have to wait a few minutes though, turn the light off and wait a few minutes so the bugs aren't like, ooh, how lovely it is in here. Turn the AC on as well because it's just on fan at the minute, you know. Tommaso Padron, so smooth. Not a big smoke. I'm glad I'm not smoking at the minute actually. I was watching watching a YouTube video about pipe smoking the other day. Brandon Gate keeps his lifestyle. Yes, it's not for sale. Good night, Abdulaziz. Thank you for joining us. Monte Cristo smells so much nicer than weed, says Bob. Rich, you recently reviewed the new Frederick Mal Hope. Which one from the Desert Gem is your favourite at the moment? It is the Night. It is the Night. I just much prefer the Night to any of the other ones, if I'm being perfectly honest. It doesn't have that amber wood thing, and if it does have amber wood, I can't smell it, so that's the best way. Okay, that is it, my friends. I am finished, I'm tired, and I'm going to lie down and put the AC on. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for keeping me company. And I will see you all again soon. Good evening.